What is up, guys? Today we are going to go do a little bit of a vlog. Just got home from yesterday's track events. See, I got my little racing sticker up there, and we're going to do a spot of bowling this morning. We're going to talk about this car and some stuff I discovered after going autocross track day dealing stuff yesterday with this car, and some stuff I'm probably going to look into doing in the future. So let's get rolling, because I'm already late. About time he showed up. I'm waiting on him forever. But we're out of the bowling alley. We're gonna go have some fun, and then we're gonna probably get lunch, and we're gonna talk about this car some. Yeah, these are my worst pants. Sheesh, okay. I don't know why.
Hey, you think I should drop this on my foot? Yeah.
That's
probably break the ball.
Supposed to be an AC unit, remember?
Have you looked at Dad's Christmas thing yet?
Huh?
Have you looked at Dad's Christmas thing yet?
Hey, you're supposed to hit all the pins.
Straight to finish.
Damn, Jordan!
Alright guys, so it has been like a week since I started this video, and I haven't had time to come out here and film it, so today's finally the day. And yeah, so we're going to talk about some stuff that I learned from the autocross day and kind of the stuff this car needs to be more competitive out there. Now, the first thing that you guys who watched that video may have noticed is that this car does not get traction at all. And yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to talk about, because I think we've finally found a way that a Pilot Sport 4S completely gets neutered out of its advantage. Now, these tires, of course, are probably the best street tires you can buy, the best summer tires you can possibly buy. There are good options for less money, which I probably will explore once these tires are chewed up, because they cost a lot of money to replace. But I think the first thing this car needs to be super competitive on the autocross track, or just racetracks in general, is a set of 200 treadwear tires. Something beyond a Pilot Sport 4S, something akin to an R888R or an RE71RS, something like that. And I think that alone will gain a lot of, time on these tracks, because I'm not going to be spinning as much. It'll help out with lateral grip. It'll help out with the fact that the rear end slid out in this car on the autocross course, which is a very unique experience, something I've never experienced in any of the cars I've driven hard, including my own. And that was a very crazy experience. The next thing I want to note, and probably something about as important, is brakes. Now, this car has the non-performance pack brakes with EBC red stuff pads and upgraded slotted rotors from EBC. So right away, the red stuff pads need to go. These pads are not meant for this kind of stuff. They're great street pads, but terrible in high performance applications. I have glazed these pads before, not a fun time. I lost brakes on Tail of the Dragon with these brake pads because they're just not meant for it. And within my first couple runs at Autocross, I started noticing those pads starting to give away again. Not anywhere close as bad as a Dragon, because I was able to let them cool down a little bit between runs, but definitely not ideal in any aspect. So I've been actually eyeing from freakyparts.co.uk, a shop out in the UK, a set of Skoda Octavia VRS brakes. Now, of course, Skoda, for those who aren't familiar, they're a Czechoslovakian sub-brand of the Volkswagen Group, and of course, due to that, they share a lot of their parts with Volkswagen, including chassis and stuff like that. So the Freaky Parts company in the UK sells an adapter kit that will allow you to bolt up the 4-piston brakes off the Octavia VRS onto this car. There's a set of Brembos, really nice brakes, 345mm rotors, which is slightly bigger than the performance pack brakes, but coming from non-performance pack brakes, that would be a huge upgrade. And another thing that I can do, sorry, it's really cold out here, it's like 27 degrees outside. Another thing that I can do to make this car more competitive is a limited slip differential. Now, that is something I have no interest in doing because it's a transmission out job. It's a really expensive endeavor, and at the end of the day, this car is meant to be a street car. If I have another car that can take over daily duties, I might invest in that in the future, but right now, not something I'm entirely interested in. The car is a non-performance pack, like I said, so this car does not have the ELSD. It does feature the XDS diff lock, which utilizes the brakes, but it does not have that mechanical limited slip diff. There are a handful of companies that make them for these cars, and that is something that I'm looking into doing, but for the most part, I'm going to leave the open diff in there and just focus on tires and brakes. So obviously, the first thing that comes to mind, I've been thinking about getting a track spare set of wheels. More than likely will be 1552 whole shot RSR wheels. I was going to go with Apexes, but they just cost so much more money when I can get the whole shots with Cup 2s at least, which isn't a 200 tread wear, it's a 240 tread wear for the most part. I think there are some variants of the Cup 2 that are near 200 tread wear. I think actually the set I looked at may have been a 180 tread wear, honestly, so maybe that would have been the right choice anyway. But for $2,500. Now, the actual cost of the Apex wheels just alone an 18-inch configuration is $2,800, so I think I'd rather save the money, get the 1552, same specs, 19 by 9.5, I believe. No, 19 by 9, 19 by 9, 45 or 42 offset, and I think it would look really good on this car. So that'll probably be something in the future. I want to make sure that the big brake kit clears these wheels first, because these are going to remain my street setup if that's the case. I'm going to keep these 18s on the car for car shows and stuff like that. The 19s would just be for show, really, and just trying to look better. But I really like 18s on this car. I'm really, smitten with the 18-inch wheel style on this car, so I may wind up staying with 18s, but that is something that is in the pipe works possibly for the future. So yeah, I think that's about it. Honestly, this car is fairly stout as it is. The suspension is dialed in really well. For those who don't know this car, and this is one of the first videos you've watched, if you watch the last video and you're like, oh, I don't know a lot about this build, I'm on Bilstein B16 coilovers, have an H&R rear sway bar in the car. I don't have upgraded end links or anything. That might be something else I look into as well, doing a 034 Dynamic Plus end links on the front and rear, or APR's offering as well, and just kind of get that dialed in. And yeah, then obviously I'm going to get some more cosmetic stuff for this car as well, because the front splitter is the only thing that's on the car right now. But yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I want to go back inside. It's freezing out here, but unfortunately I didn't have a whole lot of time to film this video, and today was the only day I could do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Have a good Christmas. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy Holidays. Whatever you choose to celebrate, just celebrate responsibly. Have a good time with your friends and family, and I will see you guys next weekend. Take care, guys, and have a good day.